Hello and welcome to a short message for you, and if this ends up being an extended, I will probably carry it on after this and put the short up there as the introduction. Okay, so basically what comes down to is I have the Six of Swords and the Six of Coins coming out, okay? And this is telling me that you have left a situation where you were bound by money, where somebody was doling this out to you, okay? They kept control of you by this, and you had to go. No, maybe you went with your child, or maybe you went with just you and your own childlike interior. Okay, you left to save the you left with your inner child. Okay, either A, you left with a child, your children, or you have left with your inner child so that you don't have to be around this. This is something that you have been seeing. I just got the Two of Swords in my head, which is telling me that this is something that you've just kind of been trying to figure out what this is, and you finally cut down. You don't see the dual side anymore of this. The problem is that even though that you have wrestled with this devil and you understand what this devil is, it has tipped your coins upside down. You are not as prosperous as what you once were, but you know how to save, you know how to grow your money, and in this process I feel like you've been getting the therapy that you need. Now I have the Seven of Coins here, and although that is planting and planning and whatnot, it's also showing me that you're doing the self-work and the therapy that you need to get through this. And because you're doing that, what is going on is you are sitting in rest, but you're coming out of rest, okay? It's like you're sitting in rest and you're also laying your sword down for a little bit, okay? Like you were here and you were laying your sword down, and now you're here. You're emerging out of rest, but you're still keeping your sword down because you don't need to fight this battle anymore. You don't have to, because you, Two of Wands, because you have seen both sides. You have looked at the duality and you understand what is going on now, and that leaving there was for your best safety and your best bet. We have the Four of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Empress. And I feel like if you're looking for a job, for me, for some reason, this is symbolizing a job. It's symbolizing something coming to you. Your coins are coming to you. That's what's going on. Your coins are coming to you, and you're going to have victory, and you are going to be your own empress, okay? It doesn't matter if you're male or female. This is the emotion that you're going in. You're going into your more feminine emotion, and you need 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4 on the timer. And you need this in order to rise into your emperor. So don't ever skip that empress phase, no matter if you're male, female, they, them. This is one of the most important things. And once you gain the strength of this emotion as an empress, then you can go and you can manage the strength of the emperor. Because if you do the emperor before the empress, you'll be everywhere. So this is your short reading for the moment. And good night, God bless you, I love you. Okay, so I'm going to extend this a little bit because there's just like a little bit more here. Okay, so basically what this is you have left a really, really bad situation. You have left a situation where either, you know, there was some kind of like, I feel like it's not necessarily a spousal abuse, but more of like a parental holding you down, somebody else holding you down. So it doesn't feel like you're actually married to this person and you have to get a divorce. It feels more like this is somebody that you live with. So this could be a best friend, this could be a boyfriend, girlfriend, they, them friend, this could be a mom, dad, parent, grandparent, although this person is older, and I keep thinking that this is somebody that is significantly older than you. I keep feeling like this is somebody who is like, you're in your 20s, your early 20s, this person might be in their 40s, and you're not married. Maybe they're your mom, your dad, grandmother, grandfather, aunt, uncle, whatever. But if they are a partner, it feels like this person doesn't want you to leave so that you can grow. They don't want to see your inner child grow, and that's why you have made this choice to leave. Either A, you've left with your children because you see that this is not a spot where your children can grow peacefully, or you're seeing where this is a spot where you can't grow anymore. Your inner child can't grow anymore, and you need to be completely and totally away from this because it's not mentally healthy and it's not working for you any longer. The biggest thing to understand is that this created a great change. Oh, wow. And this gave you the World. Oh, and it took you right off the hanging. Look at this. Not only did it give you a tower, but it tipped you upside down to the point that you could see the tower in front of you. And that's the most important part, because that's what allowed you, like down here. Oh, see, there's the Two of Swords and Justice. Down here we have the Four of Coins, and in here it's a bird protecting someone, and I feel like this is you. You learned how to protect yourself, and this is the reason why you've left this situation, and that's why you've danced with the devil, and now you know what snakes are good and what snakes aren't, and you have left this. And yes, it has tipped your coins upside down. You don't have the monetary stuff that you used to have, but I feel like in not having that, you've really planted something solid for yourself. I mean, you've really planted something solid for yourself here, okay? And you've taken time to contemplate this. That's why you're sitting here. You're coming out of your Four of Swords, but you're not your Four of Swords. Yes, you're coming out of your Four of Swords, but you're laying your swords down. Okay? It's not that you're not taking action, it's that you're choosing the action you're taking. So you were here and you were always in battle, and then you laid your sword down and you said, I can't battle, I need to sit here and heal and what's the word I'm looking for? It's decompress. Decompress. My secret when I can't remember a word as a neurodivergent person is I calm my whole head down and I allow the word to just come to me, and it will come out. It takes practice, but it works. So that's what you made the decision to do. And now you're realizing, okay, I'm at a point where I can come out of this. Are you still traumatized? Yes. Are you still being very careful with yourself? Yes. Are you still being extremely careful with your inner child? Yes. But, and this is like the most important part. You still are laying your sword down because you're not willing to get in there and fight right now. And if anybody is going to get in there and make you fight, you're going to look at this and go, do I need to have this fight, or do I need to walk away from this fight because I can't, because I can't anymore. You know, you've done the research, you've looked at all the different sides, and at this point in time, you are just in the need of healing. You just, that's what you're looking to do. And you're not looking to heal by having others take from you. You're looking to heal by taking from yourself to yourself. You've chosen to heal by giving to yourself the things that you would give to other people. You're taking that space for yourself that you need, that you usually give to other people. And I'm being told that this person, you gave a lot to them. You gave everything to them until they completely and totally overwhelmed you and took your world. I mean, they took everything. They completely, look at what they're doing. I mean, you don't know what the hell is behind there, do you? This is that person. This was fear. This is fear. This is I am your everything, but fear me. So this definitely had you hanging for a while. And like I said, for a long time, your tower was here, but then it tipped upside down and you were like, absolutely not. I'm not doing this anymore. I can't be in this relationship. So yeah. You are healing yourself. You are healing yourself internally, and you are making the change that you need. Yeah, because you're about to bring all of your own coins in. Yeah, you are about to bring all of your own coins in, and that's a gift from, that's a gift from you to you, because you did it. Like, you did it. You are the person that when you hear somebody say da 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 da, you're gonna look at them and go, yeah, I know, I was there too. And they're going to go, you were? And you're going to go, yeah, and this is why I left. This is how I left. These were the choices I made, and this was the strength I gained from it. And then that person is going to take your information and they're going to apply it to their life in the way that they can. Because when you tell people these things, you help them make decisions, and you help them make good decisions. You help them have clarity in the decisions that they're making. You help them see a clear view. Because they don't have to flounder around and wonder, how do I do this? Because you, ooh, sorry, that was harsh. You were put in their path as the Empress to guide them. Because when you guide people, okay, when you guide people away from this kind of stuff, you become the Empress. You are the Empress. Whether you're male or female, you have a compassion point that's hit, and you become the Empress. And then if you are the kind of person where you're able to help this person, that's when the experience of having the emotional boundaries and the emotional regulation and the emotional healthiness of being the Empress will help push you into your emperor, because you have to be emotionally regulated to be the emperor, because the emperor is so strong and the emperor gets so angry so quick, and the emperor is more likely to take a sword out and slash off a head, where the empress is more likely to go, okay, what the fuck did you just do? What the hell is going on? And she's more likely to ask questions and find out what's going on and find, it's like the Queen of Wands. I was just showing the Queen of Wands. Yeah. Like the Queen of Wands. I'm going to go in, she's going to put her Queen of Wands on, and she's going to go, okay, what the hell are we doing? What the fuck did you do? And who made this mess? Where the emperor is just going to come in and scream at everybody. And it doesn't matter your gender, male, female, they, them. We all have an emperor, empress, they, them point, because you have to remember, in your human body, when you embrace your empress and you embrace your emperor and you bring them together, you create a they inside of you, because you are equally both. Confirmation bump from the radiator. Yeah, and that bump has not happened in days, so yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Oof, sorry I hit that. That was my fault. 1103 on the timer. I've been seeing 311s, 11 threes. Jeez. 331s, 113s. Who's been seeing the syncs? Man, the syncs are everywhere. Anywho, I digress. So, yeah, you're your own magician. Yeah, and you're also your own Queen of Coins. You're 9 of Coins. Yeah, and you're lifting your burdens. So, yeah, so this is your reading. You did a good job getting away from this. Whatever this was, you did amazing, and I'm super, super proud of you, because this is really hard to do, and this is something that not a lot of people can do, because I'm really, really being shown a dichotomy of an older person really having control over somebody monetarily, like almost 11:55 on the timer, almost saying to them, like, it almost, trigger warning, I can almost hear them saying, you're never going to get away because you don't have the money. You don't have a way to get out. You don't have a way to get what you need. And that's what they're saying to you. But you knew, I just have to go. It doesn't matter if I have the money. It doesn't matter if I have a small savings. If I have a friend whose sofa I can lay on with my kid or my inner child and they can take care of us, then that's fine. Because I am not seeing where this is a divorce and you're in confinement. This might not even be this person's child. But if it is this person's child, I promise you they're not going to do anything, because once you leave and they can't find you, they are going. I'm also kind of like getting that energy of you just want to disappear. And if that is what your wish is, then that is what God will help you with, especially if this is that kind of relationship where it's better that you disappear. And I'm going to say this to you like this. My mom in 1972 had me out of wedlock. I have her last name. I do not have my dad's last name. She did not want him to have more custody over me than what she wanted. And he didn't want any custody over me. He didn't pay any child support. My mom did it all on her own. And yes, there are times when I do wish I knew my dad, because both of my parents have passed away. But at the end of the day, what I tell every single parent out there is the following. Your child not knowing the other parent is sometimes a good thing, because then you are able to raise them with the right perspective on things that other parent doesn't have. And if you involve that other parent in their life, they're going to also get that perspective. But if you raise them with the correct perspective, then when they see what that parent's doing, they're going to understand as an adult why you didn't let them in there. Had I known my dad as a child, I would not be the person I am today. I would be 13:55 on the timer. I would be less trusting. I wouldn't trust men. I wouldn't be able, I would cheat on people. Like, this would have been bad for me. I would have learned behaviors that weren't good. So if you're sitting there and your other child's parent has really bad behaviors, don't sit and scream and yell about how they don't come to see your child. Thank God they don't come to see your child, because now your child isn't learning those behaviors. Are they learning that other parent isn't there for them? Yes. Now it's your responsibility to sit there and say, well, I don't know why your dad's not here, or your mom's not here, or your parent's not here, but you know what? I know you're heartbroken about this. Do you want to talk to someone about it? You want to talk to me about it? You want to draw about it? And it's how you help them release their emotions and feelings. This must be for somebody that will help this child learn, because it was hard for me too. But at the end of the day, what my mom would say is the following: Martha, your dad loved you. He loved all of his kids, but he could not be a parent. He's not able to parent correctly. It's not that he doesn't love his kids. It's just he can't parent correctly, and that's okay. And you know, being clairvoyant, I have a great relationship with my dad in the afterlife. And even my dad in the afterlife, who is actually standing here right now, is literally saying to me, yeah, Martha, I would not have been good for you in your life. Wands. This reminds me of Wand. You know, he's the king of wands coming in going, Martha, I wouldn't have been good for you in your life. Honey, you did better without me. And it's true. It's true. It's true. And I already have a mistrust of people in general. So a lot of it's because I know them before I see them. But then I also have to calm that down and go back and then get to know those people and then realize that, yeah, I was right the whole time. So, you know, be clairvoyant. It's so much fun. And it is. Hi, Daddy. I love you. But, I love you, Daddy. But, he just told me I'm his girl, so I don't know who that's for, but Daddy, we don't do that. We don't get, we leave my sister alone. Anyway, I digress on that subject. I'm the oldest girl. 16 on the timer. I'm being a bitch right now. Anyway. And my father's got a ton of tea. She didn't get the gifts you got. Give them to her. Anyway, I digress. Not that I know my sister, but we all get the point here. And so, yeah, that's what my dad is saying. So if you're a mom or a dad and you're sitting there going, but my other child needs to know the other parent, no, they don't. No, they don't. Sometimes the best thing that they can do is be sad that they had that loss, feel that weird feeling, but understand that they have that weird feeling because they didn't know the other parent. But the thing is had they would be a worse human now. Children live what they learn. So if they live with a parent who's not there, if they live with a parent who cheats, if they live with a parent who's abusive, they're going to learn those things because they're tiny little sponges and they have absolutely nothing in the box that is their brain. It's what we do and we put inside of their little brain box that they think about. We have to remember, children don't know. This child is leaving. This mom knows that she's leaving to be safe. This parent, I'm going to say parent and not mom. This parent knows that they're taking their child to safety. But this child doesn't know why. Because this child isn't the mom. This child doesn't have the flexibility to understand what the mom does. And we as humans and as adults, oh wow, this is a message, have to remember that. So that's why we plant little seeds that they can think of. That's why we have to be very careful with the things that we do and say. And that's why often we spell so that children don't actually understand what we're saying, okay? We all spell the Christmas presents. We all know that. Because when they do get information, they go with it because they be children. Woofty. So you, my friend, are doing amazing. And you are clearly in your Empress era. You are learning to feel your feelings and emotions and where to place them. And I'm also being told that as the Empress, you're learning how to control these emotions as well. Because where the Emperor will go willy-nilly and helter-skelter, the Empress has her own version of willy-nilly and helter-skelter. So it's important that as a woman, we're able to stop and balance our emotions. You know, whether it's the woman within the man or the man within the woman or whatever this is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your feminine part is for male, female, they, them, we all have to get that female emotion under control and balanced so that we can then move into our Emperor and help the Emperor part of ourselves balance. Okay, so that is my long-winded message for you on a lot of different things, and I hope that this has been helpful. And be good, behave, be happy, and remember, you are the magician of your life, and anything that you want to make happen, you can make happen. You can manifest this, okay? You know, you just have to do positive thinking, and you have to remember, I'm only asking for this much, And when I have it to give back to the world, I will give it back to the world, because it's the world that's giving this to me right now. It is. It's the world that's giving me these coins. It's the world that is helping me out. It is the world that is bringing me this abundance, you know? And at the end of the day, I can't be greedy. I have to give back. Yeah, I have to give back, you know? Otherwise things will become a burden to you because you're not giving back. Now, by giving back, it doesn't mean you give back everything. It means, you know, if you're ordering a pizza from Domino's and you can afford an extra, you know, round up your price for St. Jude's, do that. If you're in the grocery store and you know your kid's there and you can buy a teddy bear for St. Jude's and you can afford it, do it. You know, I mean, those little things add up. And that's what they're asking for. They're not asking for you to do big things. They're just asking you to do small, kind things, okay? Anyway, that is your reading and your extended reading. And thank you. And be good, behave, be happy, be yourself. Always be kind. And remember that I love you. Ooh.